Yeah, should it start? Is everyone ready or should we advertise with public? How to Not Write a Story by Stuart McGill. Once upon a time there was a huge city called Ultimate Dragonland. It was justly governed by the Ultimate Dragon Organization. Its inhabitants were dragons too. The city had a huge army, able to take on anything. Ultimate Dragonland had one enemy, the hyper-vibrant county. Dragons were the civilization of Dragonland, wyverns of Wyvern County. Legendary Mouse was the chief of the army and also the ruler of the land. The fanatical Yusuf, king of Wyvern County, was a mean, horrible, stupid, bad, cruel, etc. person. He had crushed the Puzas, the Moon Tribe, very ruthlessly and also taken over the country and murdered its inhabitants. He now wanted to take over the surrounding barbaric tribes, Pegasus, Centaur, Cyclops, Dark Veils, etc. Now one day, Legendary Mouse sent out messages for potential allies in an attempt to rally them to defeat Yusuf. But when his messengers returned, they told that each of the other tribes were preparing to defeat Yusuf at Ploy-Persa. Legendary Mouse was shocked. Ploy-Persa was no place to fight. It was a barren wasteland with no proper resources needed to build an army. But it was to come. A few days later, news came that war had broken out. Yusuf was brutally attacking and driving the enemy back. Yusuf was brutally attacking and driving the enemy back. In desperation, they were raiding the countryside villages to get resources. But until the resources came, they would have to hold out and Yusuf's attack, which would never happen. So Legendary Mouse decided to hold his army camp and to teach Yusuf a lesson. On the 30th of March, Dragon Year X151XBC, Legendary Mouse approached Ploy-Persa with a huge army. He knew that Yusuf would be alerted to this, and he was like, a horde of wyverns could be seen in the distance. Quickly, he put his Cavalia and Scout Dragons in the middle line, with Monk Dragons in the front to convert them. 100 Cavalia wyverns were converted by the monks, and then the Cavalia and Scout Dragons moved forward to engage the brunt of Yusuf's army. Clash! Bang! Ah! What? Yeah! Yusuf's army was still routed. When the victory wings of platinum were raised, news came around and joyful shouts were heard that night. Yusuf was livid with fury when he heard the news that his army was annihilated on all fronts. He planned a sneak attack. Next day, all was quiet. Not even the shade of a weapon could be seen. Everyone was puzzled. Suddenly, news came that the Dark Veils camp had been set on fire. Legendary Mouse was puzzled. Darth Vader's camp was closest to his camp, and yet it was attacked with nobody in sight. Actually, Yusuf had dropped underground and set a stick on fire. He then went underground and threw the stick into the enemy town. Apparently he thought it was a torch, so he had succeeded. Since the Darth Veils were busy in repairing, Yusuf took his time to obliterate them. Their futile defense of spears and bows was destroyed under a legion of wyverns. He also annihilated the other tribes this way, but the Dragon Army obliterated his army. And so the Battle of Boytursa was finally over. After 2 or 3 years, Legendary Mouse formed an alliance with the barbaric tribes and they planned to defeat Yusuf once and for all. When they sent Yusuf a message declaring war, the reply was, "Battle? Ha ha ha! You hit fleet smack one once, but you will never defeat me because of the battlefield. I'm choosing Kaulatuania." Kaulatuania was a trade center to all Dark World and Light World creation centers. It was a huge city and very hard to siege. Still, it was easy to defend if you had captured it because of its anti-siege weapon building tactics. Its gates had never been breached for the last 5 to 6 centuries. If Yusuf managed to siege and take it, then Legendary Mouse would never be able to defeat him. "We must stop Yusuf," was the rallying cry across the ocean of Dragonland. Peasant dragons and soldier dragons alike took up the cry. And so a huge army marched out of Dragonland, the full army. Word came in that the Pegasuses, Centaurs, the Cyclops, and the Dark Veil's Imperial Army had also marches onto Caudalania. However, when they got there, they had a shock. Yusuf's flag was already set at the top of Caulatuania's Wonder of the World. And who should stand it but Yusuf himself, his black cloud fluttering in the wind, his gleaming red eyes full of malice, burning with fire with the fiery hot emotion, hatred. Ha 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 ha! What do you think of this? Caulatuania is mine! Oh, but I've left a teeny tiny space for you to play in. Ta-ta! He twisted his fingers and the alliance was whisked toward the lonely hotel, surrounded by hills. The ocean was glittering brightly, and that was what made this impenetrable fortress so hard to siege. Control of one side is not enough. Repel the enemy's navy. But don't forget to transport your army to destroy the enemy fortress! Anyway, the Alliance had forged their camps and were about to start gathering resources. They heard the sound of a war horn blowing and torches could be seen. The Dragonland General Genghis Khan was raring to go out and teach an imam, the opposing general, a lesson. He was advancing with hundreds of monk and roll raider wyverns. They were supported by bombard wyverns and siege wyverns with paladin wyverns taking up the flanks. The alert was sounded. Bong! 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 Enemies approaching. The swift-moving scout Pegasus quickly engaged roll raider soldiers while the Dark Veil's war veils rushed to wall off the attack. Fortified walls, keeps, guard towers, bombard towers, etc. were constructed and the end was stopped. The Imam scouts quickly scanned the area and told him that there was an uncompleted section of wall which could easily be torn down by siege weapons. And there were no anti-siege weapons on the undefended side. Imam agreed. Everybody was astonished when the forces of Imam suddenly changed direction and began fleeing. But Saladin, a Cyclops spy, knew of the plan, and he immediately warned Genghis Khan. But Legendary Mouse, who was listening, said, There is a hillock with dead trees surrounding it. Trees aren't a problem for us, so a sneak attack should have fewer casualties. And we can build a wonder of the world to demonstrate the superiority of the quintuple alliance on the hillock. So, Genghis Khan sent war dragons to the walls and attempt to hold off their attack. You shall lead our army. Hold out until the news comes that the wonder is complete. I shall arrive with the elites and rout the enemy. Go! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Genghis left. Legendary Mouse took 200,000 buildings on the hillock and started the construction of the wonder. He knew that Imam's scouts would know of this, and Yusuf would immediately send another of his generals, probably Kitao who was known as the Samurai of Death, to demolish the wonder. So, he constructed lots of anti-siege weapons and walls, and immediately sent for his other generals. William Wallace, the Earthshaker, Elsic Campiero, the Lightning Bolt, Arthur, the Tanner of Light, and Robin Hood, the Wind Marksman. He told them of the situation. All right, said the generals. Elsic, you're in charge of the land defense. William assisted. Arthur manned the air attack with the Pegasus cavalry. Robin, you shall lead our arbalists and archers of the eyes along with the navy to patrol the seas. Crush any opposition in your way, said Legendary Mouse. The generals, thinking out their plans, left. Suddenly a scout came rushing. Sir, he said, Yusuf has got a message from the Dark World. What? What? Sir, Yusuf has been able to ally himself with the most hated tribe of the Dark World. The Griffins, Falcons, and Hydras have constructed a bridge to their world and are arriving with their imperial armies. But, he added, catching his breath, but if we can ally ourselves with the Basilics and aliens from the metallic world, they provide us with the ammunition and men to outfit the imperial army. Until they come, we must hold out against Yusuf. The wonder was complete. The elite conquistadors and Cyclops hand cannoneers were able to effectively hold back the tide of bygone paladins, while the Pegasus skirmishers and Dark Veil siege onagers had killed the oncoming forces. Not to mention the elite Janissary troops who were attacking the air raiders. But Yusuf had news of the wonder and was sending, as he expected, Kitabatake, known to be a great and daring fighter but also one of great honor. Too strong a warrior, Yusuf felt sure that he could topple the wonder. So he decided to send Kitabatake the very next day. Later that evening, a scout came rushing with the 5 generals. They all had worried looks on their faces. What happened? Asked Legendary Mouse. Oh, Lord of Lords, we bring bad news. Yusuf is sending Kitabatake with the Imperial Krakenic army to destroy his wonder. We can be sure Wyvern heavy scorpions and siege hunters and rams in the front with monstrous trebuchets in the back. We can expect halberdiers and elite eagle wyverns to engage their defenses. Please, do something, they said. Okay. I shall have to go and warn out our defenses about this. I'm off. And away he went. The 5 generals watched him until he became just a speck in the sky. After a long time, El Cid Campeado said, The Lord has been a rather long time. What could have happened? I do not know. We shall stay a bit longer. If he does not come, then we will go, said Arthur. Still, after a long time, no Legendary Mouse came. The generals were anxious. We shall have to go, declared Robin, picking up his longbow and starting out. Wait, said William Wallace. We must take a scout along if there is any trouble. Everybody agreed. They chose Zeal, an elite scout, and informed him of their mission. Zeal was a little scared. but he said he would do anything for the law to support his family. That's the spirit, yelled Robin. But, Zeo thought, what has happened to our Lord? Exclamation mark. Actually, what had happened to Legendary Mouse? He was having a very bad time. When he had left the camp, Legendary Mouse had headed straight for the window. He had observed that only the defenders were active there. He saw a nice, big, healthy crop of gold and stone here. Legendary Mouse decided to send the miners the very next day. So, he continued down to the one down the road at the Quintuple Lands. He could see the lights of the bombard towers and keep scanning the area. They spotted him and gave him the all-clear signal. Beep, beep, beep. Legendary Mouse flowed to his elemental dragon leader. You! The attack is over! We've won!